Good morning. Yesterday we have studied about complex number and the properties of iota. I was telling you that there are imaginary roots. Imaginary root is that root when iota minus 1 is coming under root inside the under root. Okay, I have told you about iota. What is iota? The value of iota is what? Iota. What was the value of iota? I have told you in earlier class what is the value of iota. Iota is equal to under root of minus 1. What is the value of iota square? That is equal to minus 1. What is the value of iota cube? That will be equal to iota square into iota. That will be equal to. What is the value of iota square? Iota square is equal to minus 1 multiplied by iota. That will be equal to what? Minus of iota, and iota to the power 4, that will be equal to iota square into iota square. What is the value of iota square? Iota square is 1. And what is the value of iota square? 1. 1 into 1 is equal to what? 1. So these are the 4 values of iota which we have to learn. Okay, next step is what? I have told you earlier, मैंने आपको बताया था कि iota, the multiples of iota की power 4n is always equal to 1. The multiple of iota to the power 4n, that is equal to 1. If I took n is equal to 1, so iota to the power 4 into 1 is what? Iota to the power 4, that is equal to 1. If n is equal to 2, 4 2s are 8, so iota to the power 8 is equal to 1. If n is equal to 3, 4 3s are 12, iota to the power 12 is also equal to what? 1. If I take n is equal to 100, so it will become iota to the power 400, that is also equal to 1. Okay, for all the multiples of power 4 of iota is equal to 1. Second property, this is the first property. The second property that I want to tell you, that the values of iota repeats after every fourth power. That I have told you in an earlier class, that iota is equal to under root of minus 1, iota square is equal to minus 1, iota cube is equal to minus iota, iota to the power 4 is equal to 1. What will the value of iota to the power 5? Iota to the power 5 is equal to what? Iota. Iota to the power 6 is equal to what? Minus 1. Iota to the power 7 is equal to what? Iota minus iota. And iota to the power 8, that will be equal to what? 1. Because the value of iota repeats after every fourth power. Okay. Now the third property that you have to remember is the third property. The sum of 4 consecutive powers of iota is equal to 0. The sum of 4 consecutive powers of iota is equal to 0. Let us take an example. What is your example? Your example, if I add iota plus iota square plus iota cube plus iota to the power 4. I am taking 4 consecutive powers, iota plus iota square plus iota cube plus iota to the power 4. What is the value of this? Let's see. Iota plus, what is the value of iota square? Iota square is minus 1. What is the value of iota cube? It is minus iota. What is iota to the power 4? That is 1. 1 and minus 1 cancel out. Iota and minus iota will cancel out. It will become what? 0. The sum of 4 consecutive powers of iota is always equal to 0. Let's take one more example. Suppose I am taking iota to the power 667 plus iota to the power 668 plus iota to the power 669 plus iota to the power 670. These are the 4 consecutive powers of iota. 667, 668 plus 669 plus 670. I am taking out iota to the power 667 common. What will happen? Here it will become 1. Here, what is the value of, if I take out 667 common, what will remain? It will remain iota. Next will be iota square and next will be iota cube. So iota to the power 667, it will become 1 plus iota. What is the value of iota square? Iota square is minus 1. And what is the value of iota cube? That is minus iota. Minus iota and plus iota will cancel out. Minus 1 plus 1 will cancel out. What will the value of this? It will be 0. So hence we have justified 3 properties of iota. First property is that the multiple of 4 in the powers of iota is always equal to 1. Second property is the values of iota repeats after every fourth power. What is the third property? The third property is the sum of 4 consecutive powers of iota is always equal to what? 0. These 3 properties we have to remember in case of iota. Note it down. We are studying fundamental of mathematics, and in fundamental of mathematics we will study only the basic concept related to that chapter. Okay, now I am telling you what is complex number. Just before we have studied what is iota, now I tell you what is complex number. If I take z is equals to a plus iota b, if I take z is equals to a plus iota b, so z is what? Z is a complex number where a is what? A is real part of z. हमारा a क्या होगा? a होगा हमारा real part of z. What is b? b is imaginary part of z. How you will remember this? If you want to remember this, the quantity which is multiplied with iota, that will be your imaginary part, and the quantity which is written simply, that is your what? Real part of z. You can write it like this also, real part of z, or you can write it like this, rez. What is rez? Rez means real part of z, or here you can write it like this, imz. Imz means imaginary part of z. So what is the real part of z? Real part of z is a. And what is the imaginary part of z? Imaginary part of z is b. So this is the complex number z, that is a plus iota b, where a is always the real part and b is always the imaginary part. In this I am taking two cases. What are the two cases? Let's see. Case number one. Case number one. If a is equals to 0, if z is equal to a plus iota b, and if a is equals to 0, what will happen? Then z will become what? Z will become 0 plus iota into b, means iota into b. So what will happen with z? Z will be what? Z will be purely imaginary. What is the term used to justify z? Z will be what? Purely imaginary if a is equal to 0, because we have made real part is equal to 0 and z is a combination of real part as well as imaginary part, and the real part is 0, then z will be what? 0 plus iota b, means z will be what? Purely imaginary. Second case, if b is equals to 0, if imaginary part of z is equals to 0, then what will happen? Then z will be equal to what? A plus iota into 0, means it will become a. So z will be what? Z is purely real. If someone asks me if z is purely real, then what will happen? I will say that the real imaginary part of that is what? 0. If someone asks me that z is purely imaginary, then I will say the real part of z is what? Equal to 0. So this is the classification of z. Z is equals to a plus iota b, where a is the real part of z and b is the imaginary part of z. Wrote it down. Next thing that we have to study in complex number is modulus of z. Next thing that we have to study in complex number is modulus of z, and modulus of z is given by that symbol, mod of z. What is the meaning of modulus of z? What is the meaning of modulus of z? Let's see. If it is the distance, it is the distance of the complex number, it is the distance of the complex number from origin. It is the distance of the complex number from origin. If you want to find the modulus of z, that is characterized by mod of z, that is given by, it is the distance of the complex number from origin. That I will tell you by geometrical diagram, but first of all you will remember this definition. Okay, it is the distance, or you can say mod z is the distance of the complex number from origin. Okay, so what is z? We have used z is equal to a plus iota b, then what will be the modulus of z? Modulus of z will be equal to what? Under root of a square plus b square. Under root of a square plus b square, or we can write it like this, mod of z is equal to under root of real part of z whole square plus imaginary part of z whole square. Because a is what? A is real part of z and the square of that, and what is b? B is imaginary part of z whole square of that. Okay, So mod z is equal to under root of a square. You can say it modulus of z, under root of a square plus b square, and modulus of z is what? Under root of real part of z square plus imaginary part of z whole square. So this is the formula to calculate the modulus of z or mod of z. This is the first formula that you have to remember, and the definition is it is the distance of the complex number from origin. I will tell you geometrically what is the meaning of that. Okay. Second thing that you have to remember, that is conjugate of z. Conjugate of z. The symbol to denote the conjugate is z bar. The symbol to denote the conjugate is what? Z bar. Let us suppose I am taking z is equal to a plus iota b. I am taking z is equal to a plus iota b, and if I want to find the conjugate of z, then conjugate of z is given by z bar. That will be equal to what? A minus of iota b. Remember one thing, the definition is what? The definition, geometrical definition is something else, and the algebraic definition is something else. The algebraic definition is that if you want to find the conjugate of the z, then just change the sign of the imaginary part. Here the sign of the imaginary part is what? Plus, and you have to change the sign of imaginary part, means from plus it is converted to minus. Okay. If I am taking z is equals to 2 plus 3 iota, then what will be the conjugate of z? Conjugate of z is equal to z bar. That will be equal to what? 2 minus 3 iota, because I have changed the sign of imaginary part. Here the sign of imaginary part is plus, and I have changed the sign, it will become minus. So z bar is equal to 2 minus 3 iota. So this is the algebraic definition. What is the algebraic definition? If you want to find the conjugate of a complex number, then just change the sign of imaginary part. Let us take one more example. Let us take one more example. Example is your z is equals to, suppose, minus root 3 iota plus 2. Z is equals to minus root 3 iota plus 2. What is the real part here? The real part of complex number is here 2. What is the imaginary part of the complex number? That is equal to minus root 3. And you have to find z bar, means conjugate of z, means you have to change the sign of imaginary part. And if you want to change the sign of imaginary part, it will become what? Minus, it will convert it to plus. So root 3 iota plus 2. Don't panic with the change. We can write it like this also, and like 2 plus root 3 iota. So this is the conjugate of z. If you want to know the definition, geometric definition, है ना? Okay. If you want to know the geometric definition of this, I will let you know the geometrical definition. या फिर we can say geometrical meaning. Geometric meaning of conjugate. Geometric meaning of conjugate. What is the geometric meaning of conjugate? It is the means conjugate. It is the mirror image. It is the mirror image of z in real axis. It is the mirror image of z in real axis. I will tell you later on what is real axis and what is imaginary axis. Just remember this definition, or remember the geometrical meaning of conjugate. It is the mirror image of z in real axis. So this is the geometrical meaning of what? Conjugate. And what is the geometrical meaning of modulus? The geometrical meaning of modulus was what? It is the distance of the complex number from origin. So both geometrical meaning we are knowing. Now I will tell you what is the geometrical meaning by diagram. Okay. I am showing conjugate and that modulus with diagram. I am drawing two axes. This axis is called real axis, and this axis is called imaginary axis. In coordinate geometry, what we have studied, in coordinate geometry we have studied that there are two axes, x-axis and y-axis. There, the plane of x-y plane is called what? Cartesian plane. There it was called Cartesian plane, and here it is called what? Argand plane. It is called Argand plane. In Argand plane there are two axes, one is real axis and one is imaginary axis. This is positive real axis, this is negative real axis, this is positive imaginary axis, this is negative imaginary axis. If I want to plot z is equal to a plus iota b, in class 10th you have studied the signs of coordinates. If the coordinate is x comma y, means if x is positive and y is positive, you will plot it in which quadrant? First quadrant. If x is negative and y is positive, then it will be in second quadrant. If x is negative and y is negative, then it will be in third quadrant. If x is positive and y is negative, then it will be in fourth quadrant. Similarly, in complex number we will also treat that coordinates like this. If z is equal to a plus iota b, I am taking it a comma b. In coordinate geometry, in Cartesian plane, we were taking x comma y. Here in case of Argand plane, if z is equal to a plus iota b, I am taking it a comma b, where a is what? Real part of z and b is what? Imaginary part of z. So a will be on real axis and b will be on imaginary axis. Okay. If I want to plot this on Argand plane, then if a is positive and b is positive, then it will be in first quadrant. It will be in first quadrant. So I am plotting like this: z a plus iota b, or you can write it like a comma b. Okay. I am joining this z with origin. I am joining this z with origin, and I am saying that it is modulus of z. What is the definition of modulus of z? The modulus of z, the definition of modulus of z was what? Modulus of z is the distance of the complex number from origin. Distance of the complex number from origin means it is what? It is origin. The intersection of imaginary axis and real axis is called what? Origin. This is your origin. Now you have to find the distance between them. Distance between them. Suppose this is A point and this is B point. Remember distance formula. If you want to find the distance between 2 points, then it is given by what? Under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Then AB will become what? Then AB will be equal to under root of, what is your first point? Your first is 0 comma 0 and the second point is a comma b. So what is the distance? A minus 0 whole square plus b minus 0 whole square means AB, that is also equal to mod z, that will be equal to under root of a square plus b square. So this is the geometric meaning of modulus of z. The modulus of z was the distance of the complex number from origin, and it is what? Under root of a square plus b square. So this was the geometric meaning of modulus. Now I will tell you the geometric meaning of conjugate of z. Okay, note it down. Next, this is z, that is equal to a plus iota b. If you want to find the conjugate, what was that conjugate? Z bar. What was z bar? Z bar comes out to be a minus iota b. Z bar comes out to be a minus iota b. I am writing like this: a comma minus b, because here the real part is a, positive, and the imaginary part is negative. The imaginary part is negative and the real part is positive, means this will be in what? Fourth quadrant. This will be in fourth quadrant. Similarly, if you want to find modulus of z bar, modulus of z bar means what? It is the distance of the complex number. It is the distance of the complex number from origin. What is the complex number? Z bar. So it will become what? Under root of real part whole square means a whole square plus minus b whole square. Here the imaginary part is what? Minus b. So a square plus minus b whole square. So modulus of z bar comes out to be what? Under root of a square plus b square. So you can see that modulus of z, that will be equal to modulus of z bar. This is the important property that you have to remember. If you calculate the modulus of z or modulus of z bar, that will be equal to what? Same. So I am plotting z bar is equal to a minus iota b, means a comma minus b, real part is positive and imaginary part is negative, means it will be in fourth quadrant like this. This is your z bar, that is a minus iota b, or you can write it like a minus iota b. So I have told you what was the geometrical meaning of conjugate. The geometrical meaning of conjugate is what? It is the distance, it is the mirror image of z, of z in with real axis. It is the mirror image of Z in real axis. Means if you want to find the mirror image of Z in real axis, then what will it become? It will become modulus of Z, and you can see it like this. The mirror image of Z is what? Z bar, A minus iota B. So these are the geometrical meaning of Z, modulus of Z and Z bar. So completed modulus and conjugate. Note it down. We have studied about complex number, all the properties of iota, what is conjugate, what is modulus, and the geometrical meaning of conjugate and modulus. That this much we have to study it in basic part. Now we will study next method. What is our next method? Our next method is wavy curve method. Our next method is wavy curve method. To study wavy curve method, first of all we have to study some symbols that you have to see. Our first symbol is symbols. We have to study first of all some symbols. Your first symbol is capital U. Second symbol is reverse of capital U. Third symbol is epsilon. Third symbol is epsilon. Your fourth symbol is this. And fifth symbol is this. You have to learn these 5 symbols. This is the first symbol, this is second symbol, this is third symbol, this is fourth symbol, and this is fifth symbol. If you talk about the first symbol, the name of the first symbol is union. The name of the first symbol is union. The name of the second symbol is what? Intersection. The name of the second symbol is intersection. The name of the third symbol is what? Epsilon. Epsilon, or we can say belongs to. There are two meaning of this, epsilon, or you can say it belongs to. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? This means what? Not belongs to. And what is the meaning of this? Null. Null element, or we can say no element. How we can call this symbol? This is phi. This is union. This is intersection. This is epsilon. This is not belongs to. This is phi. Okay, you can say it epsilon or belongs to. What is the meaning of that? I am telling you. What is the meaning of U? U means what? We can write it intersection or common also. Intersection of common. Union means what? Complete values that we have to take. Union means all the answer, combination of all the answers. I am writing like this: combination of all. This is the simple meaning how to learn this. U is union, combination of all. Negative U means reverse of U is what? Intersection of common. This is what epsilon belongs to. Now what is the meaning of U? U is union. If I am having 4 elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and the other person is having 4 elements 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and the other element is having 3, 4, 5, 6. Means there is 2 elements common in both the person. What are the elements that are common in both the person? That is 3, 4. But we have to do union. We have to do union. Union means what? Combinations of all the answer, means you have to take all the values. So what is the union? Union is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I am having 1, 2, 3, 4 and the other student is having what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the union? Union will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let us take an example. If A is some set, A is some set and the elements in A are what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And a set B that is having 4 elements 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now what is the meaning of U? U means union. This is A union B. A union B. A union B means if you have to take all the elements of A and B, तो आपको क्या मिल जाएगा? A union B will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the meaning of U. U means you have to take all the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The elements which are present in A as well as in B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I remove this symbol, and I put the symbol of intersection. What is the symbol of intersection? This. What will happen? What will happen? Let's see. The meaning of intersection is common. The meaning of intersection is what? Common. Means you have to take the common elements of A and B. What is common in A and B? Two elements are common in A and B, 3, 4. So what will be the answer? 3, 4. So A intersection B will be equal to 3, 4. My next question, my next symbol that I will let you explain is what? Epsilon. What is epsilon? It is belongs to. I will use the term belongs to. I am saying that 2 belongs to A. Is this a correct statement? Yes, this is a correct statement. So how I will write? I will write like this: 2 belongs to A. This is the symbol. 2 belongs to A means this is true. I am saying 5 belongs to A. 5 belongs to A. No, it is not belonging to A means what? This symbol 5 does not belongs to A. I am saying like this: 5 belongs to B. Yes, this is correct. 5 belongs to B, and B 5 is coming means 5 belongs to B. If I write it like this, 7 belongs to B. Is this correct? No, because 7 is not coming in B. So it will become what? Not belongs to. This is the symbol of belongs to and not belongs to. Union means combination of all the answer. Intersection means what? Intersection means intersection or common. Common means what? Common means the elements which are coming, yeah, the thing which is coming common in both the, or you can say I have taken two sets. There can be 3 sets, 4 sets, or 4 solutions, 5 solution. Whatever number of solution you are having, you have to take the common solution. Okay. Next one is what? Epsilon. Epsilon means belongs to, and this is not belongs to 5. Let us take an example. Let us take an example. A is equals to 1, 2, then 7, 8. A is having 4 elements, 1, 2, 7, 8, and B is having 3, 4, 5, 6. What is A intersection B? A intersection B means what? The elements which are common in A and B. How many elements are common in A and B? No, not a single element is common in A and B. Means what? You can write it like this: 5. 5 means what? Null element or no element, or you can say empty set. Okay, so A intersection B is equal to 5. These 5 symbols you have to remember if you want to learn wavy curve method. Note it down. Next is your types of brackets. Next is your types of brackets. Which type of bracket we have to use? First bracket is your this bracket. This bracket is called closed bracket. This bracket is called closed bracket. I will let you know what are the meanings of that, what is the significance of using this type of brackets. Okay, next bracket is this. This is your open bracket. Third case is your close then open, closed open bracket, and the fourth one is what? Open closed bracket, open closed bracket. So these are the 4 brackets. First bracket is your what? Closed bracket. Second is your open bracket. Third is close open, and fourth is your open close bracket. What are the significance of this bracket? Let us explain this. Okay, let us see. If I am writing close bracket 2 to 8, if I am writing close bracket 2 to 8, what is the significance of writing close bracket 2 to 8? Let's see. Close bracket means you have to include the boundary point also. If close bracket is applied on 2 and close bracket is applied on 8, means you have to take your solution 2 also. In solution you have to take 2 also. In solution you have to take 8 also, and you have to take all the values lying between 2 to 8. First of all, I want to ask a question that how many values are coming between 2 to 8? There are infinite values coming between 2 to 8 because there are 2.1, 2.2, 2.21, 2.7, 2.8. There are infinite numbers between 2 to 8. If there are infinite number between 2 to 8, so what is the significance of the closed bracket? The significance of the closed bracket is that you can take 2 also. In solution you can take, in answer you can take 2 also, you can take 8 also, and you can take all the values lying between 2 to 8. Okay. You can take 2 also, 8 also, and all the values lying between 2 to 8. Okay. If I am writing open bracket 2 to 8, what is the significance of this? The significance of open bracket 2 to 8 is what? You cannot take 2 in your answer. You cannot take 8 in your answer, but you can take all the values lying between the interval 2 to 8, and there are infinite values lying between 2 to 8. Third case, close bracket 2 up to open bracket 8. So what is the close bracket 2 means? You can take 2, you cannot take 8, but you can take all the values which are lying between 2 to 8. Next is your open bracket 2 and close bracket on 8. What is the meaning of this? You cannot take 2 in your answer, you can take 8, and you can take all the values lying between 2 to 8. So these are the significance of the bracket that you have to remember. These are close bracket, these are open bracket, this is close open, and this is open close bracket. So close bracket means you have to include all the boundary points. Open bracket means you can't include 2 and 8. You can take all the values lying between them. You can take 2, you cannot take 8, but you can take all the values lying between 2 to 8. Here you can take 2, you cannot take 8, but you can take all the values lying between 2 to 8. So these are the significance of the bracket that we are using in Wavy-Curve method. Here I have told you about 2 things. First is symbols. Symbols you have to remember: union, intersection, epsilon or belongs to, not belongs to, and null element or phi element. And here 4 types of bracket. Now we will see what is the use of Wavy-Curve method, which type of equation or which types of question will be coming in Wavy-Curve method. Okay. If I take x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. For you students, this is what? This is an equation that you can solve. This is a quadratic equation, and you can find the roots of this. How you will find the root of this? You can say, sir, this is x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6 is equals to 0. Now it will become x into x minus 3 minus 2 into x minus 3, that will be equal to 0, means x minus 2 into x minus 3, that will be equal to 0. The value of x is equal to what? 2 and 3. So this is the equation. This is a quadratic equation, and you have told me the answer. Sir, it is x is equal to 2 and 3. But what will happen? That the equation will convert into inequation. The equation will convert into inequation. Inequation means inequalities. What is the symbol of inequality? Suppose this equation, I am writing this symbol. X square minus 5x plus 6 is greater than 0. You can't solve this because you don't know the process how to solve this. X square minus 5x plus 6 is greater than 0. In place of greater than 0, I can use less than 0 also. In place of greater than 0, I can write it like this: greater than equal to 0. Or next symbol that you can use is less than equal to 0. If I apply these 4 symbols in front of some equation by removing the equal sign, what will happen? This we have to study in Wavy-Curve method. Okay, and this is a part of fundamental mathematics, and this is a very important topic because in class 11 and class 12 we will be facing a lot of questions of inequalities, and the process to solve the inequality is only just Wavy-Curve method. So please listen this thing, very important topic. X square minus 5x plus 6 greater than 0. So how to solve this type of question? I am telling you some rules. What are the rules? Rules to solve problem of Wavy-Curve method, WCM. I am writing it WCM. What is the first rule? Factorize the given expression. This is the first rule. Whatever expression you have got in your question, first of all you have to factorize it. Okay, factorize the given expression. What is the second rule? After factorization, put all the factors equal to 0. After factorization, put all the factors equal to 0 and whatever the value of x which we are getting, plot them on number line. Okay, second point is what? After factorization, put all the factors equals to 0 and whatever the value of x which we are getting, plot them on number line. Okay, after factorization you will be getting the factors in x and you have to put all the factors equal to 0. You will get the value of x and all the values of x you will have to plot on number line. What is your third point? What is your third point? Always start the rightmost side, always start the rightmost side with positive sign. Always start the rightmost side with positive sign. So this is the first rule, factorize the given expression. After factorization, put all the factors equal to 0 and whatever the value of x which we are getting, plot them on number line. Third point is what? Always start the rightmost side with positive sign. Next point. Your next point is what? Fourth point. The values of x which we are getting, the value of x which we are getting from the factors having odd power, then sign will change. And the next point is, I will explain you each and every point. First note it down. The value of x which we are getting from the factors having odd power, then sign will change. Next point is the value of x which we are getting from the factors having even power, then sign will remain same. So these are the 5 important points that you have to remember before solving the problem of Wavy-Curve method. First is factorize the given expression. Second is after factorization, put all the factors equal to 0 and whatever the value of x which we are getting, plot them on number line. You know what is number line? In number line, it starts from minus infinity and ends at infinity. Between 0 will come here negative integer and positive integer. Okay, always start the rightmost side with positive sign. That I will tell you how to start. The next is the value of x which we are getting from the factors having odd power, then sign will change. I will let you know with the question, and the next point also I will let you know with the question. Write down all the points. Let us take first question of Wavy-Curve method. Okay, x square minus 5x plus 6 is greater than 0. I want to solve this question. X square minus 5x plus 6 is greater than 0. How to solve this question? Okay, what is the first step? The first step was always factorize the expression. Here the factorization is required. We will do the factorization. What will the factorization of this? The factorization of this will be what? X minus 2 into x minus 3, that is greater than 0. The factorization of x square minus 5x plus 6 is greater than 0 is x minus 2 into x minus 3 is greater than 0. Okay, now what will happen? Put all the factors equal to 0. What is the first factor? Second point was what? Put all the factors equal to 0. Here first factor is your x minus 2 and the second factor is x minus 3. If I put x minus 2 is equal to 0, what will be the value of x? X will come out to be what? 2. If I put x minus 3 is equal to 0, what will be the value of x? It will be 3. Then the next process, what? Plot all the values of x on number line. Number line will start with minus infinity this is minus infinity, and this is plus infinity. No need to write plus because it is only infinity. It will be plus infinity. You have to plot x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. So I am writing like this: x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. There are three parts of number line. This is first part, this is second part, and this is third part. Remember the thing. What was the third point? The third point is always start the rightmost side with the positive sign. Which is the rightmost side? This is the rightmost side and this is the leftmost side. So always start the rightmost side with positive sign. So here I am assigning plus sign. Here I am assigning plus sign. Means from infinite to 3, what will be the sign? From infinite to 3, the plus sign is there. Okay. What will happen after 3? What will happen after 3? Listen. 3 is coming from this factor. 3 is coming from this factor x minus 3, and this factor is having which power? This factor is having 1. So what is the fourth point? The value of x which we are getting from the factors having odd power, then sign will change. Means the value of x which we are getting from the factors having odd power. I am getting x is equal to 3 from this factor x minus 3, and this factor is having the power what? 1. 1 is odd number. Then what will happen? Then sign will change. Here plus, then what will be the sign after 3? It will be minus. Don't confuse with plus minus. Okay. Start the rightmost side with positive sign. Then after that, after reaching any point, check that which point I am getting from which factor. Check the power. If the power is odd, then change the sign. After reaching 2, between 3 to 2, what is the sign? It's negative sign. After 2, what will happen? I will see that 2 is getting from which factor? I am getting 2 from x minus 2, and this x minus 2 is what? This x minus 2 is having odd power, 1 power. Then what will happen? The values of x which we are getting from the factors having odd power, then sign will change. Then sign will change. This will be of plus sign. Now, we have to write the answer. How will we write the answer? How will we writing the answer? Answer will be like this. X, the symbol which you have to use is epsilon. X belongs to. This is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means what? You have to take all the positive answers. All the positive answer means the interval in which positive sign is coming. In this interval plus sign is coming. In this interval also plus sign is coming. So you have to write like this. X belongs to, in this interval, minus infinity to 2. Up to minus infinity से 2 तक. Union. Next positive sign I am getting from 3 to infinity. Next answer is what? 3 to infinity. In between you have to use union symbol because you have to combine all the answer. The combination of this plus this, what is union? Minus infinity to union, 3 to infinity. So this is the very simple and basic example of wavy curve method. Note it down. Let's take some more examples. Your next example is x plus 1 whole square, x minus 3 whole cube, x plus 5 whole power 7, that is less than 0. Okay, I am using two symbols. First of all, I am using two symbols. First is greater than 0 and second is less than 0. Only two symbols I am using. I have told you earlier 4 symbols: greater than 0, less than 0, greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 0. But in initial questions I am using greater than 0 and less than 0, means you have to use open brackets only. In two symbols, this symbol and this symbol, you have to use which brackets? Open bracket. Remember this thing. And I am using two symbols here. You have to use open bracket. Now we have to solve this question. If you want to solve this question, first of all, you have to do the factorization. There no need to do the factorization because all the factors are available. All the expression is factorized already. Okay. Now what will happen? You have to plot a number line. And make all the factors equal to 0. If I make this factor equal to 0, so what will happen? X is equal to minus 1. I will get x is equal to minus 1. So I am plotting x is equal to minus 1 here. If I plot x minus 3 is equal to 0, then what will be the value of x? X will be 3. If I plot x plus 5 is equal to 0, then x is equal to what? Minus 5. So the factorization is already done, and I have put all the factors equal to 0, and I am getting x is equal to -1, x is equal to 3, and x is equal to -5. All the values has been plotted on the number line. Now this is what? Plus infinity. This is what? Minus infinity. You have to start the rightmost side with the positive sign that we have studied in the rules to follow in Wavy-Curve method. Okay, this is what? Plus sign, because this is the rightmost side, and the rightmost side you have to start with plus sign. Now we are starting from infinite to 3. From infinite to 3, what is the symbol? It is plus sign. When we reach 3, what will happen? We will see from where we are getting 3. We are getting 3 from this factor, x minus 3. X minus 3 whole cube. The power on x minus 3 is what? 3. And 3 is an odd number. What is the property of odd? Having odd power, then sign will change. Now the sign will change. Plus will convert into minus. Move forward. When we reach at -1, what will happen? When we reach -1, here -1 is here. What is the power? -1 we are getting from this factor x plus 1. And what is the power of this factor? The power of this factor is even, 2. And 2 is what? Even number. If 2 is even number, then what will happen? Then sign will remain change. Sign will remain change. Sign will remain change means this is minus already. Then sign will be what? Minus. Sign will remain same. After -5 we are getting from which factor? -5 I am getting from this factor, and this factor is having odd power. Remember two things: if there is odd power, then sign will change. If there is even power, then sign will remain same. Okay, there is odd power, then sign will change. The minus will be converted into plus. Okay, now we have to write the answer. We have to take less than 0 answer. Less than 0 means we have to take negative answer. In the previous question we have taken greater than 0. Greater than 0 means what? Plus answer we have taken. Here we have to take less than 0 answer. Less than 0 means negative answer. So what will happen? X belongs to, negative sign is coming in between as well as in this interval. So what will happen? X belongs to, answer will be from -5 to -1. In this interval, -5 to -1, union. We have to put union because we are combining the answer. Next answer will be what? Next answer will be -1 to 3. So your total answer is x belongs to -5 to -1 union -1 to 3. This is the question. Okay, note it down. Let's take one more question. Suppose it is written like this: x to the power 99 into x plus 1 to the power 3 into x minus 1 to the power 7 into x minus 3 to the power 12 into x minus 5 to the power 34 divided by x plus 5 to the power 37, then x minus 7 to the power 99 into x minus 9 to the power 11, that is greater than 0. Here I am using this symbol, and I have told you earlier, if you are using this symbol, then you have to use open brackets. Okay, there are how many factors? 1 factor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 factor total present. Now you have to plot a number line. You have to plot a number line and plot all the values of x on number line. What is the value of x which we are getting from x ki power 99? This is also a factor, and make all the factors equal to 0. If you make this factor equal to 0, so what will happen? You will get x is equal to 0. The value of x will be what? 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0. What will be the value of x? That is -1. X minus 1 ki power 7, matlab we will getting x is equal to 1. Next is 3. Next is 5. Next is what? -5. I am getting -5 here. Then is 7. And the last value is 9. Your first work is to calculate the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because sometimes the student misses one value. If you miss one value, then answer will be not coming to be same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 values we have plotted. What is the rule? rule is start the rightmost side with the positive sign. This is the rightmost side and you want to start the rightmost side with the positive sign, then assign plus sign here. Okay, when we are coming from infinite to 9, okay, see from where 9 is coming from this factor, and this factor is having odd power, then what will happen? Sign will change, plus will become minus. Then 7 is also having odd power, then sign will change. Then 5 where are getting the 34, then sign will remain same. Then 3 power even, then sign will remain same. Okay, then next is 1. From here I am getting x minus 1 to the power 7. 1 I am getting from this factor is having odd power, then sign will change. In 0, this is having power 99, then sign will change. At minus 1, the sign will also change, because minus 1 I am getting from odd factor. Minus 5 I am getting power 37, then sign will change. So two factors are having even power. This is having odd power, odd power, odd power, odd power, odd power, odd power. This is having even power, even power. In case of even power, 3 and 5, we have remained the sign same. After 5, after 3. Now we have to write the answer. So x belongs to, you have to write the answer. What will be the answer? You have to take positive answer. Positive answer will be what? This one, this one, this one, this one, and the last one. Okay, what will be the answer? Answer will be minus infinite to minus 5 union. Next answer will be minus 1 to 0 union. Next answer will be 1 to 3. Next will be 3 to 5. In between I miss union 3 to 5. Next will be 5 to 7, and next will be 9 to infinite. So this is the complete answer of this question. X belongs to minus infinite to minus 5, union minus 1 to 0, union 1 to 3, union 3 to 5, and union 5 to 7, union 9 to infinity. So this is the total answer of this inequality. And don't confuse with numerator and denominator. I have told it for this rules are valid for numerator as well as denominator. If the factors are coming numerator and denominator, this rule is valid for that. And I am using greater than 0 and less than 0, then you have to apply open bracket and close bracket. Okay, note it down.